Hi guys, so today I decided to make a tutorial of how to get started with responsive design. Responsive design is a technical name given that allows you that when you are resizing the browser, automatically the style is getting adjusted and you are getting better UI based on the width of the devices. What I mean actually is when you open the browser and then when you start resizing the browser, then it is adjusting based on the styling that you have designed in your web page. It's very easy to do it nowadays. Earlier it was very difficult to do it because we have to use a combination of JavaScript and CSS. Now if you are using modern browser, it is very easy to do it and you just need only CSS knowledge in order to do that. Having said that, let's get our hand dirty in some coding part. So I don't have anything right now set up, so I will build it from scratch and then you can have a look and you can get benefit out of it. So let me create one folder. Let me rename as responsive design. Let me open this in my Sublime text editor, or I can just drag and drop. I think so it will open automatically. Yep, that's a cool feature, right? So inside this I will create one file. I will name it as index.html and I will define the boiler HTML template, which I am sure you already familiar with. In the head tag I will define the style tag to write my styling, and in the body tag I will prepare some div tags. Let me give column. I will copy and paste this. Let me show you one by one what all property I am using, then you will be familiar with little bit of CSS. So I have this. So let me define, since I am using class, so in the style tag, to style this div tag I have to use dot column. Inside the column I will put width. Make sure that when you are making responsive design that please do not fix the width in pixel, it should be in percentages. So right now I will put 50%, meaning whatever window size you have currently, so 50, half of the width would be taken by this div. You can put height as a fixed parameter, so I will put 100 pixel, and then you can put border so that you will see that how much space it has covered. So border, I will put the width of the border as 1 pixel. I need solid, so it will show a line of solid type, and then the color should be black. These are hex code, so #00 denotes that it's a black in color, or you can write black, but please prefer to use hex code. Now I will save this file. Now I will try to run it on my browser. Oops. If it loads, you can see, right? So you can see that width has been covered as 50%. But it's nice. But think about this. Now, what about if I want to utilize the right hand side of the page? Right now, you can see that div element is below each. So now you want to place it left. Now you have to fill the right space. In order to do that, we have to change the styling in which we have to float the div element to left. Now if I save this file and if I run this again in my browser, you can see that there is no difference, right? So why is this happening? The reason why it is not making any difference is because of the border that you are giving one pixel. So 50% utilizes 100%, but since you are using border as 1 pixel on left as well as right, so total 2 pixel for one div, and then for another div 2 pixel, right? So 100% width plus 2 pixel, which will not be aligned on the right hand side. So it has exceeded the 100% width, so that is why it came into the bottom side. Now in order to fix that, what you can do is that you can put 49% here, and then you can save this file, and then when you run this, see, awesome, right? You have this, you are covering the whole web page, right? Now when I am resizing this window, right, so you can see that the width is automatically getting changed. Now this is what the power of percentages is. So it is saying that whatever current width you have on the device, if you are resizing it, then based on that width, calculate 49% of it and place the div as a width of 49%. So even if I put content here, so let me put some junk character, I don't know, just to show you that uh, that when you are resizing this div part, then also the text is getting changed, or the text is also getting responsive when you are changing the width of the device. Now when I save this file, let me show it first in my full screen. As you can see that these two texts are aligned, and when I'm resizing, oh, see, the text is also getting resized within their own container. How awesome is that? Now that's fine, like I am getting this functionality. Then what about this? Like if you are coming into mobile browser, right? Mobile browser would be like this. Don't you think this is too compact, right? Don't you think that this is too compact, and in the mobile screen it will show very small where the user will not able to read the content? So what if when we are getting into mobile screen, I want to make the first div as an 100% of the total width, so that it will come bottom, it will come below each other. In order to do that, we use the concept of media queries. So media queries is basically used for responsive design. If you are heard of frameworks such as Foundation, Bootstrap, then they are using media queries in order to make their website responsive, so that you don't have to do extra burden in coding and styling the UI for the mobile screen or for the tablet. So in order to use the media query, you have to use at media only screen, and I'm targeting only screen type of media queries, that is your desktop as well as your projector, as no, I don't think so, it's a projector, as well as your TV. So at media only screen, and if I say in the bracket I say maximum width of 500 pixel. So this means that I'm targeting the screen, and if the browser size is less than or equal to 500 pixel, then go ahead and execute the code that I have written inside these two blocks. Now I will change the column to have a width of 98% and a background color of light gray. Now when I save this, and let me open this first in my full screen, you could see that nothing is getting changed. So when I am resizing this and when our width is less than or equal to 500 pixel, you will see the magic. See, now the content is more visible and you can read the content more nicely. So in the mobile view it would be like this. You are not specific to change this column, however you can change the body element of HTML as a background of dark gray. I'm sorry, I'm not an expert in designing these kind of a layout. I take a help from lots of other people in organizing my website or in order to designing the layout out of it. So just for this purpose I will use A0, 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 which is a dark gray color. So when I refresh this, okay, so you could see that light gray color is there, and in the background you can see that dark gray color has come because the width is less than or equal to 500 pixel. Now again when I go into full screen, after it has exceeded 500 pixel, it will go back to its original uh, styling that you have defined. So this is just the basic start for making a responsive design. So you can tweak around with this and you can play around and you can make your website more handy and more cool, that it should look different at your mobile devices or a tablet devices. Make sure that there are some best practices that should be followed while designing a responsive design. I would recommend that you should start from mobile to a desktop screen. So first you should start from mobile and then to the desktop, because desktop layout can be easily managed and mobile layout can be complex. So first decide how the layout should be looked into mobile, and then go ahead and increase the width and determine what all things can be placed so that user can see relevant information in the site. They don't have to scroll down, they don't have to, only the important information can be shown at the top, and then at the bottom you can show usual stuff for the website. Now as you can see that if I have to target maximum width of 700 pixel, then you should put it here in between, before 500 pixel, because styling goes for cascading, meaning it will iterate from top to bottom. So at 700 pixel the styling would be applied whatever you define in this block of 700 pixel when you change it maximum width to 700 pixel, and then when again you are resizing, then automatically 500 pixel style would override the 700 pixel. So if the width is increased, go from top to bottom. Don't try to use 500 pixel first and then go for 700 pixel. Similarly for maximum width, there is minimum width, so which means greater than or equal to 500 pixel. So meaning right now you cannot see the styling. So when I refresh this, you will see that there is a style change because width is now increased from 500 pixels. So when I resize, it has increased, so it will apply the style. And once it go less than or equal to 500 pixel, see what difference does it make. It comes into original state. So this is what the power of media queries are. So hopefully you have learned something out of it, some styling and how to make your website responsive. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you think that this video is helpful, please share with your friends and let me know the feedback. Thank you everyone. Bye. Have a nice weekend.